Let's go out on the Western Pizza guest hotline right now. I'm very curious. Dave Thomas, voice of the Riders, is in Hamilton with the team as we get set up from, if you're watching the stream. So Dave is in a hotel room, but Dave, do you have a mini bar? And if you do, what have you drank and ate so far?
There are some sour cream and onion chips that were developed about half an hour ago. So there you go.
Nice. In 2025, if you're eating chips out of a mini bar, that's probably what, $8 that just got tagged on the bill? $8 for a bag of chips? Is that nice?
Well, I'm in Luke's room right now, so it's okay.
Mister, I'll invite you guys over for a pool party 2 years later, and the invites never ever seem to happen. Good day of travel in Hamilton. Is it hot and muggy there? What are we looking at? What are the conditions going to be like for kickoff tomorrow?
We're looking at a pretty good day. It doesn't look like we're going to get a lot of sunshine, but temperatures are going to be in the high teens by the sound of it. It doesn't look like there's going to be much in the way of precipitation that we're going to have to worry about. That can change, of course, with the humidity and things that can blow in off the lake here to my left. But all things look like they're going to be going. And yes, it's going to be a humid one, but it shouldn't be extremely hot by any means.
Depth chart comes out today. I called it early. Kadeem Carey was going to be playing this weekend, and because Thomas Bertrand Hudon and all of that. So AJ Ouellette starts, Kadeem Carey backing up. What a whirlwind week for Kadeem. First, just coming to town to sign to the practice roster because he likes the vibes of what the Riders are doing. And now he's going to suit up. He'll be wearing number 29 tomorrow.
Yeah, you got to give full credit to him, don't you? Because day one, back on Tuesday, he did not rush many times. He had maybe one carry in the team's period, and that was it. Of course, subsequently, Thomas Bertrand Hudon went and tweaked the groin that day. So after all was said and done, Kadeem got in. But again, he's gone ahead and proven himself that he knows what the playbook is going to look like. If he needs to be put into action, he knows what he's going to do. So, and he's going to be pretty motivated as well. So all good things for the Riders.
Yeah, I can only imagine. Some of the other changes coming onto the roster: Jackson Ford, Jacob Brammer, and Deshaun Mims. Brammer's going to play right guard, which means Johnson plays left tackle. In the first hour, the guys from the Piffles podcast were on. Alex and Greg, I was laughing because Trevor Harris is probably going, I'm 39. Could you stop giving me rookie left tackles week after week after week? But Coach May said, best player in camp so far this year has been Johnson.
Yeah, and that's big props to the rookie, right? Well, I guess he's a second-year pro. He didn't play last year. But again, this team has made a commitment that they are looking for excellence. And no matter when that is, no matter where that is, no matter who that is, if they can find excellence, they're going to go ahead and do that. So there are two changes on that offensive line, like you point to. Jacob Brammer, who played most of the preseason and all of training camp essentially at the left guard spot, moves to right guard. Travion Tate, who spent the entire training camp at left tackle, moves into left guard. And then Daniel Johnson moves out. Well, Zach Pry, who started last week, is actually the sixth offensive lineman this week for the Saskatchewan Roughriders.
Deshaun Mims, year two, backing up Mitch Picton at wide receiver. I'm hoping if he does get in the game, if there's stuff coming his way, he makes the best of it, because you've talked about how good of a camp he's had and how he some days was the best player on the field on offense. We as Rider fans would love to see that now for our own eyes too.
His eyes were wide open today when we left Mosaic Stadium, right? Like, again, first pro road trip for him. Like, he was in Winnipeg, of course, in the preseason, but this is a much different feel. It's a much more focused approach when you get to this point. And he was dialed in and like I said, had some big eyes, but it is going to be, it's an opportunity for him. And I'm hoping they don't make the most of it.
Jackson Ford will be backing up at safety behind Nelson Lacombo. And Jackson Ford, with a cast on his hand, reminds me of a very early 1980s WWF Cowboy Bob Orton. Anybody that plays with a cast on in a football game, I love, first of all, because that's kind of, awesome. And Cowboy Bob Orton, of course, leather vest, shirtless, cowboy hat. He could fit the bill, I think.
Well, and you know what? The best part of that whole thing is you love cheering for people, right? And Jackson Ford did everything right throughout the training camp, throughout the preseason games. And then he gets nicked up with a hand injury right at the end of it. And you felt for him because really he was pushing. He was pushing for playing time, which is what you want when you're talking coaching staff. But like I said, he did everything and more that was expected of him after that rough year where he was nicked up all season last year. And then he gets this knock on him. So it's great that he is able to play and get into the lineup because he's ready.
With the injury to CJ Avery, and now he's on the 6-game injured list, we wonder what may happen on that will linebacker spot. Antoine Brooks Jr., like, he's knocking on the door as well. But what about A.J. Allen? And if they go A.J. Allen, then they've got to have Canadian backup. So the way it'll work is A.J. Allen, Jaden Dahlke moves to the backup with Malik Straker also in there. So you've got the all-Canadian trio on that Will side. I'm excited to see all of them because they're going to get playing time, not only in specials, but in the game as well. All well-earned for the three of them, for what they've all done individually, but collectively now, this could be something for a long time.
Yeah. A.J. Allen, exactly bang on. He earned his stripes on special teams, gets this opportunity. He is not going to be out of place. I'm very confident in his ability and his opportunity. Jaden Dahlke has been on cloud 9 all day. We haven't heard him stop talking about his Edmonton Oilers winning last night, so that's great. But of course, in the offseason, Jaden went ahead and he was told, hey, come in and be prepared to play linebacker because we think that that's going to be a fit. So he transformed his body and he has looked good, hasn't looked out of place at all. And again, last week when Roland Milligan Jr. went down, there were some variations that had to happen in that secondary, especially if you recall when DeMarcus Fields went down at one point. So Jaden went back and hopped into the secondary. So he's very capable and very versatile. So I don't think there's anything to worry about there. It's a solid strategy. And again, you could say A.J. Allen has earned it, but also the opportunity of him being Canadian allows you to put Kadeem Carey on the roster.
Anything on the Hamilton depth chart that caught your eye, surprised you, and anything we're going to be watching for tomorrow?
You know what? It's very much a similar lineup to what they put out on the field last week. There's no defensive changes. The one question mark is Isaiah Wooden, and we heard yesterday Rick talking about his hamstring tweak earlier this week. He's now listed as a game-time decision. So really nothing in the surprising way, but when you look at the numbers from last week and you kind of take a jump inside. So Bo Levi Mitchell threw the ball 50 times last week in Calgary. I know, 5-0. And when you look at their running back, Greg Bell, right? Greg ran the ball 8 carries for 14 yards. So they're going to need some production out of that running back group. And actually add insult to the injury, 8 carries, 14 yards, and he wasn't the top rusher on the team last week. So that kind of tells you where their running game is and or why it was abandoned very quickly in Calgary. So I'll be curious to see how that works.
Hey, Bo don't care. 50? How about 60, Coach? Can we go 60 next week? All right. We know with the time change, you've got a lot to get to, like the rest of the mini bar. And I just want to ask you a question. As a kid from Weyburn growing up, when the Estevan Rodeo would be on, would you and your buddies make a little road trip to go maybe fraternize with some of the ladies, all that? Would you make the trip to mortal enemy number 1 to their territory just to be there on rodeo weekend?
I am proud to tell you with 100% confidence that it's classified.
That'll be in the Dave Thomas Chronicles, soon to be published when his broadcast career is over, because right now he can't talk. All right, hey, have a great call tomorrow. Say hi to Luke. I know he's been super busy. Yesterday, the day of giving, $643,000 for the Red Cross. That's got to help everyone, Luke and his staff. Yeah. So the 620 CKRM Cooperators Rider Broadcast Network countdown to kickoff starts tomorrow at 2. Rider pregame show at 4. Kickoff just after 5 with Dave and Luke. And don't forget, when the Riders play, get the KFC Game Day Special, the Big Crunch for $4.95 and the Big Crunch Combo for $7.95 at participating KFC locations. Yes, Dave.
And before I run, I do want to wish you a very happy Father's Day as well to all dads out there. It's Father's Day weekend this weekend, so hats off to dads. Thank you, and we'll talk to you from Hamilton tomorrow night.